Oh, my God.
What?
It's not the zipper, it's the dress. It's too small.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's too small. How can it be too small? We had a fitting 3 months ago. Have you gained weight?
No.
Hold your breath.
I am.
Hold your breath.
I am.
The only thing I can think of is the dressmaker must have written the measurements down wrong. Well, what are we supposed to do now? I certainly can't take a picture of you like that.
Sorry.
I'll just have to have him come back next week. And I'm going to call that woman at the dress shop and give her a piece of my mind. My God, is everyone in the world completely incompetent? Put on your sweats and run around the block. You're going to fit into the next dress no matter what.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I feel sick.
Everything's gone. It's been tossed right out the window. Stop crying.
Here, Francine, drink your water. We all need to calm down. Getting upset isn't going to get us anywhere.
What do we tell people?
Well, who needs to know?
What do you mean, who needs to know?
You don't have to yell at me, Strobe.
Everybody has to know, Emily. Everybody will know. We can't pretend this didn't happen.
We could send her away.
Excuse me?
Aren't there places that take girls like that?
Girls like what, Francine?
Well, girls in... I can't handle this. I can't handle this at all.
Stop crying, damn it.
Christopher is just as much to blame as Lorelai is.
Like hell he is.
They are in this together.
I don't see why. Why should Christopher sacrifice everything we planned for him just because...
Choose your words extremely carefully, Strobe.
Emily, you know we love Lorelai. You know that. But Chris is so young. He's a baby.
Well, Lorelai's not exactly collecting Social Security.
Why doesn't she get rid of it?
What?
Strobe.
It's an option.
It certainly is not an option.
Why not?
Because I say so.
Then what the hell are you suggesting, Emily? What's your great solution to this problem?
They will get married. They will live here. And Christopher will go to work at my company. That is the solution. Now we have a plan, so we can all stop talking about it. Please excuse me. I have work to do.
I think Richard's plan sounds very sensible.
I have just one question. Why his company?
What do you mean, his company?
Well, I have a law firm. Christopher could go to school.
I know we're all upset here, folks, but maybe we should ask the kids what they think. Lorelai, Christopher, anything to add here?
Quiet, they'll hear you.
Not likely. I don't know how much longer I can just sit here like this.
It's okay, let them talk.
They're talking about us.
They're trying to figure out what to do.
What to do with our lives, yours and mine, and it's.
We're gonna need their help.
We can take care of ourselves.
How?
We'll figure it out.
It's okay. It sounds okay.
What sounds okay?
You know, working for your dad, living here. Sounds okay.
Chris, no. What about Europe? What about sleeping on a bench in Paris?
I can't do that now. I have to get a job.
No.
I have to make money.
No.
It's okay. Really.
You're not even listening to each other.
Oh, for God's sake, Francine, shut up!
Okay, this is a big pain, and I'd really like it to go away, please.
Just breathe deep, honey.
Breathing doesn't help. Can I hit you instead?
What?
Or pinch you really hard, because that might make me feel better.
No, you cannot pinch me.
Can I bite you or pull your hair or use the Epilady on you? Because I really need to do something.
Lorelai Gilmore?
Will this a little faster, please?
Lorelai, you do not do this. You do not just leave a person a note.
Okay, see the timing here.
Dear Mom and Dad, I'm in labor. See you later. Lorelai?
Ow.
Emily, please, I feel ridiculous.
You're having a baby. Do you know that, Lorelai?
Well, that explains the stomach ache.
You do not leave your house when you're having a baby without telling your mother. You say, excuse me, Mom, I'm having a baby. Give me a ride to the damn hospital.
Emily, please, I wore the wrong shoes for this.
Of all the things in the world I had a right to do, driving my daughter to the hospital to give birth, especially since she's 16 years old and doesn't have her driver's license yet, is definitely one of them.
Ma'am, I need you to wait out here, please.
Why?
Because we're going into the delivery room.
I want to go in.
No, Mom, please.
Yes, Emily, please.
Fine, we'll be right here when you're done.
Super.
And do not think we're finished discussing this, young lady, because we are not.
Emily, let's sit here. Oh.
She's pretty.
She's perfect.
So I guess we should get married.
Well, what do you know? She finally put Rory's stroller away. First time in a year I haven't tripped over that thing.
Where's my scarf?
I told Tina to put everything out for you, Richard.
Out where?
Look on the table.
You have to be more specific with her, Emily.
Fine, Richard.
There should be a designated place to put things.
Whatever you say, Richard. Lorelai, we are leaving. Please acknowledge that. Where is that girl?
Well, this is not the scarf I asked for.
Well, it looks fine. Can you just wear it?
No, I'm going to go back upstairs and get the scarf I intended to wear in the first place. Well, I'm surprised at you, Emily. These are your friends we're seeing tonight. You would have thought that my appearance would be a priority for you. See, I didn't want to go to this thing in the first place. I have an early meeting in the morning, and I would much rather go to bed and ignore the fact that the symphony has to reupholster its mezzanine this year. Emily.
Hi, Hi, Mom.
Lorelai. My goodness, this is a surprise. Is it Easter already?
No, I just finished up my business class and I thought I would stop by.
To see me?
Yes.
Well, isn't that nice? Come in.
Thanks. The place looks great.
It hasn't changed.
Well, there you go. How are the girls at the bridge club?
Old.
Well, good.
You said you were taking a business class?
Yeah, yeah. I'm taking a business class at the college twice a week. I'm sure I told you.
Well, if you're sure, then you must have. Would you like some tea?
I would love some coffee.
Emily, I'm home.
We're in here.
Hi, Dad.
What is it? Christmas already?
Lorelai was taking a business class at the college today and decided to drop in to see us.
What business class?
Well, she told us about it, dear, remember?
No.
Well, actually, I came here for a reason. Dad, would you mind sitting down for a minute?
You need money.
I have a situation.
You need money.
Please let me get this out, okay? Rory has been accepted to Chilton.
Chilton? Oh, that's a wonderful school. It's only 5 minutes from here.
That's right, it is. She can start as early as Monday. The problem is that they want me to put down an enrollment fee plus the first semester's tuition, and I have to do that immediately or she loses her spot.
So, you need money.
Yeah. But it's not for me, it's for Rory. And I fully intend to pay you back every cent. I don't ask for favors, you know that.
Oh, yes, we know.
I'll get the checkbook.
Thank you. You have no idea. Thank you.
On one condition.
So close.
Since we are now financially involved in your life, I want to be actively involved in your life.
What does that mean, Mother?
I want a weekly dinner.
What?
Friday nights, you and Rory will have dinner here.
Mom.
And you have to call us once a week to give us an update on her schooling and your life. That's it. That's the condition. If you agree, you come to dinner tomorrow night and leave here with a check. Otherwise, I'm sorry, we can't help you.
I don't want her to know that I borrowed money from you. Can that just be between us?
Does 7 o'clock work for you?
Perfect.
Why did you come here?
What?
I said, why did you come here?
Well,
I mean, you ditched school and everything. It's so not you. Why'd you do it?
because you didn't say goodbye.
Oh. Bye, Rory.
Bye, Jess.
Are you telling me that that is the best commencement speaker they could scrounge up?
I hope Raul's getting enough shots of Lorelai. I don't want the whole damn ceremony and none of her.
Oh, no, I disagree. I hope he gets every inspired word articulated by the East Coast marketing director of Pup and Taco.
Raul.
Oh, jeez.
John Lawrence Gelford. Lorelai Victoria Gilmore. Gretchen Friedman.
Hey, Mom, Dad.
Lorelai.
Well, I did it.
Yes.
Raoul thinks he got some good footage.
I should hope so. He certainly cost enough.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great.
Congratulations, Lorelai.
Thank you. Glad you guys came.
Yes, well, we should get going. I guess we'll see you tomorrow for dinner.
Hey, wait. Aren't we gonna take a picture?
Excuse me?
The three of us? Me in the middle with the gown, you know, the traditional pose?
Well, we don't have a camera with us.
Hold on.
That's a camera?
That's a camera.
It looks like a toy.
Raoul, would you mind? So.
Okay, on the count of 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
We're so proud of you.
Oh. Yeah, you were great up there.
Thanks, you guys. Where's Rory? No Rory?
She called your cell and I answered and she said she got hung up on something or other and she'll see you at home.
Hung up? Hung up where? Is she okay?
She said she's fine, just sorry, but fine.
Oh. Why did you go to New York?
To see Jess.
Boy, do you know how to bury the lead.
I don't know what happened.
You went to New York to see Jess.
It was the stroke. It made me someone else. And after his phone call last night...
That was him?
It did something to me. I don't know what. In fact, you should take the phone away from me, too. That's right. Add it to the list. No books, no music, no phone.
Okay, Rory.
I'm a horrible person.
You're not a horrible person.
I'm sick. I'm ill. I'm cracked. This is not who I am. If I were to write this down in my diary and I would read it, I would be like, who is this freak? This isn't me. This isn't my diary. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't skip school when I have finals coming up to go see a guy that isn't even my guy and end up missing my mother's graduation, which I wanted to be at so badly. That's someone else. That's someone flighty and stupid and dumb and girly. And I mean, I missed your graduation, which is the worst thing I could have possibly done. I mean, I hurt you, and I had to spend hours on a stinky bus next to a guy that was spitting into a can, just thinking about all of the minutes that were going by that I wasn't at your graduation, and they were hurting you, and they should have been hurting you, because it was so selfish of this person who wasn't me to do what she did.
Okay, my God, take a breath.
I don't deserve a breath. No breaths. You should add that to the list. You should beat me, ground me, take the phone away, and deprive me of air.
Okay, look, nobody wants to say this any less than me, but maybe you don't have a medical condition or a mental problem. Maybe, honey, you are falling for Jess.
No.
Well...
No, I love Dean. Dean is my boyfriend. He will always be my boyfriend. That's it. Forever.
Mom, look who's here.
Who?
Well, look.
If I wanted to look, I would look. I haven't looked. Therefore, you must draw your own conclusions. Ah, thank you, dear boy.
You're welcome, Trix.
Trix? Dad's pet name for Gran.
Isn't it just darling?
Hi, Gran.
Lorelai.
Yes, it's so good to see you again.
Trix, this is Rory. You haven't met her yet.
No, I don't believe I have.
Hello.
Come. I want to get a very good look at both of you. They're tall.
Well, yes, they are.
How's your health?
Oh, good.
Very healthy.
Mm-hmm. Good. That means that the majority of your blood is Gilmore blood. Gilmores don't get sick. Am I right, Richard?
No, we wouldn't dare, Trix.
That's right. Your mother is always sick.
I'm hardly always sick.
You're sick right now.
Are you sick now, Mom?
Headache.
Gilmores don't have headaches. Our heads are perfect. You don't drink?
Well...
Emily, get this woman a drink.
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, thanks, Dad. White wine?
I'm going to go get the hors d'oeuvres.
So you're Rory.
Yes, ma'am.
My son speaks of you constantly. He seems very fond of you.
Oh, well, I'm very fond of him, too.
This little girl is as smart as a whip, Mom. I think she has a great deal of you in her.
Really? How nice. Is this cheese?
Yes, it is.
Am I supposed to eat that cheese?
Well, only if you like.
Emily, where are those spiced nuts that Trix likes so much?
I'll get some.
So, Lorelai, since I've seen you last, you've grown up, gotten pregnant, out of wedlock, raised a child, and still haven't bothered to get married. Have I left anything out?
Well, sometime in between growing up and getting pregnant, I got my ears pierced.
I've always hated scandal. However, I've always appreciated self-sufficiency. Tell me, how do you support this child?
I run an inn.
Hard work?
Yes, it is.
Good. Hard work is good for a woman, makes her stronger. I admire people who enjoy hard work.
Here we go, spiced nuts.
Thank you, Emily. I suppose I could just put these nuts in my hand.
I'll be right back.
So, Gran, when was the last time I saw you?
You were still in your teens, wild hair flying everywhere. I see you've taken care of that.
Yes, I joined a support group, bought a hairbrush, and just taking it one day at a time.
That was a joke.
Yes, it is.
Very good.
Thank you.
I have dishes and napkins.
Good for you. Richard, I would like to be escorted into the dining room now.
Your wish is my command.
Well, I'm not sure that dinner's ready just yet.
Well, perhaps our presence in the dining room will teach your help that when one is told dinner is at 7, people often expect dinner at 7.
But it's only 5 after, Mom.
Only 5 after, Richard. In the event that I'm kidnapped and a ransom is demanded at a certain time, I would prefer that Emily not be in charge of the drop-off.
Grandma, this dinner's delicious.
Very good, young lady. We all believed you. Now, let's talk about your education. Where are you attending school?
Chilton.
Rory is in the top 10% of her class.
We're very proud of our Rory. She's going to Harvard.
Harvard?
Yes, ma'am.
Richard, how can you allow this girl to go to Harvard?
And now, Trix.
You're a Yale man. Your father was a Yale man.
Well, we want Rory to be whatever kind of man she wants to be.
That's enough jokes for this evening, Lorelai.
Sorry.
Now, if you don't mind my asking, Chilton is rather an expensive institution. I'm curious how the manager of an inn can afford such a luxury.
Well...
We're helping Lorelai out a little.
Yes, we've seen to it that Rory's education is taken care of.
But it's temporary. It's a loan. I plan to pay them back every cent. They know this.
That's it. I'm done. Richard, tomorrow, Rory, I shall plan the menu. When you lived in Europe, you learn a thing or two about food.
Oh, I can't. I'm studying tomorrow. I'm in the study group, and our presentation's due on Monday.
Oh, very well. Your mother can tell you all about it.
I will. I promise.
Won't you have dessert?
I once traveled to a small village in Cambodia. I did not eat dessert there either.
Rory, hello. Come in.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh, we missed you.
It's only been a few weeks, Grandma.
Give your coat to Eliza. That's an interesting outfit you have on.
Laundry day.
Laundry day. Everything young people do sounds like fun to me.
No, it's pretty dreary.
Well, come in, come in. Richard, Rory's here. Hurry down and don't forget to bring the you-know-what. Forget you heard that.
Consider it forgotten.
Our trip was wonderful. We have so much to tell you.
Good.
We'll have to wait till next week to show you pictures. Richard bought this new digital camera that's supposed to be so simple a child can use it. So now we need to find a child to show us how. Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine.
So, did you go to Athens on that first big European trip of yours?
Yeah.
I hope you saw the National Archaeological Museum. I thought of you there the whole time. The room with the mask of Agamemnon?
Yep, we hit that.
Interesting, huh?
Yep.
Rory!
Grandpa, welcome home.
Well, thank you. Look at this outfit. I like the colors.
Thanks, it's borrowed.
So, we have quite a bit to catch up on.
I know. I want to hear all about it.
Well, I'm sure your grandmother's caught you up somewhat.
I started to.
And with the dozens of postcards she sent, you probably remember the trip better than I do.
I still want to hear your account.
Have her open the gift, Richard.
Oh, yes, please. Open it.
Oh, my God. It's amazing.
Leaves of Grass in Greek. 100 years old. Some beautiful engravings.
Well, now I have to learn Greek.
Feel the leather.
Grandpa, thank you so much.
Well, you can thank your grandmother. She helped pick it out.
Thank you, Grandma.
Dinner is served, Mrs. Gilmore.
Thank you, Eliza. You can flip through that a little later.
Okay. So, Grandpa, is it true that every restaurant in the Plaka has a view of the Acropolis?
Well, they'd like to think so, but we found this charming little taverna, Dionysus. The view was spectacular, and the ouzo certainly lived up to its name.
Did your friend Paris make interesting plans?
Not really.
And how's the shortcake?
It's fine, thanks.
I know this seems a bit basic, but Eliza found the first decent strawberries of the year. I'm so mad at California.
Well, you'd think that rain would be good for crops. It's counterintuitive.
Anyway, these strawberries are wonderful. Could you pass them to me, Rory?
So, Rory, is everything all right with you this evening?
I'm fine, Grandpa.
You'd tell us if anything was bothering you.
Really, it's nothing.
Seems as though there might be something on your mind.
Not really.
All right.
So, Grandpa, you hardly told me anything about your trip. How was the archaeological museum?
Oh, now that's it.
Emily.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
I asked you about that museum earlier, and all you did was mumble something about hitting it.
I should have been more expansive. I'm sorry.
You've been pushing me away all evening.
Emily, please.
You asked your grandfather question after question. You make polite chit-chat about the roast duck with the maid. What's her name? Tell her it's wonderful.
Because she made it, and her name is Eliza.
I told her to make the duck. You're enjoying duck because I requested duck.
Well, it was a great duck, Grandma. Kudos on the duck.
This isn't you, this attitude of yours. This is your mother.
Don't bring up Mom.
Look, both of you, let's try to calm down.
Why are you acting this way?
Your memory can't be that short, Grandma.
What does that mean?
Do we really have to get into this?
You should walk out that door and come in again. Start all over.
She doesn't need to do that, Emily.
We have a contract.
A contract?
We pay for Yale. You come to dinner every Friday night and you act pleasantly and decently.
You're right, Grandma. We do have a contract, but it's to come to dinner. Period. There's no agreement on how vivacious or bubbly I have to be.
You need to act like you.
I am.
This isn't you.
Look, Grandma, you know what you did.
Rory, please sit down.
I mean, what did you expect? 10 Acropolis postcards and I would forget the fact that you broke up Mom and Luke? Now, I respect our contract, and I will continue to come every Friday night and eat dinner with you, but I won't guarantee an attitude that will please you. Excuse me.
You are certainly not excused. We're not through.
We have had dessert. I'll skip the port. Good night.
Rory.
Good night, Grandpa. I'll see you in a week. He came to me, Grandma, and he asked if he could do anything, and...
This really isn't necessary.
I let him pay for Yale. He's my father.
You know something I don't, Mom?
How convenient that he's her father now.
Perhaps your father can reimburse me for the 5 cases of scotch I had to send the men in the bursar's office.
I'm sure he'd be happy to.
You know what else I find amusing?
Reno 911.
I find it very amusing that Christopher is suddenly such a wonderful person.
Mom?
It seems to me that when I was in cahoots with him, everyone thought that I was a villain. And now suddenly you're in cahoots with him, and that's perfectly fine.
Please don't say cahoots anymore. It's disturbing.
You're being a little hypocritical, don't you think?
No, I don't. You were trying to break Luke and me up, and I'm trying to put Rory through college.
Rory was already being put through college by us.
That's right.
I didn't want you to pay for it anymore.
There it is.
So you went to Christopher.
He came to me.
Oh, please. You just wanted to hurt us.
By taking money from my father?
Yes, exactly.
I've had enough of this. I'm going back out to touch up my moonscape.
I have some work to do.
Fine, I have to go anyhow.
Hey! This is not gonna happen. You're not going back out to your moonscape, you're not going back to work, and you're not going home. Now, we all agreed to have Friday night dinner, and we're here, and I smell dinner. And yes, apparently there are some issues to be worked out, but no one, and I mean no one, is leaving here until we do.
Things were out of control.
Not the point, simply. Not the...
It is completely...
Rory, do not cut your grandmother off.
Well, I'm just saying...
You come running to us, begging us to take you in because you can't possibly deal with your mother.
That's not what happened.
We take you in, we pay to redecorate a pool house so you can have a place all your own.
I did not ask you to do that.
You accepted it. You did not turn it down. I didn't hear you saying, Grandma, stop. I didn't see you throw yourself at the decorators while they were putting up your very expensive wallpaper. And then when you decide you don't like how things are going, you leave.
With no notice, by the way. And you leave 2 strange boys in our house unsupervised.
We're missing 2 picture frames, by the way.
Colin and Finn did not steal your picture.
Do not raise your voice to your grandmother.
I never realized how spoiled you were, Rory, but I guess that's to be expected. Only children are always spoiled.
I'm sorry I didn't leave a note.
My, that sounds heartfelt. Doesn't that sound heartfelt, Richard?
No, I've never been more touched in all my life.
I apologize you don't believe it. I try to defend myself and you don't want to hear it. So apparently, there's nothing I can do here.
Oh, there's plenty you can do.
What can I do?
Well, first of all, you can admit what you've done. You can apologize.
I was just trying to apologize.
Cut her some slack, Mom. Rory was going through something terrible.
Life is full of terrible things, Lorelai.
She was emotional. When you're emotional, you don't think clearly. I remember a woman who tried to buy a plane when her granddaughter moved out.
I tried to timeshare a plane. It is in no way even close to the same thing.
Oh, I've never been so happy to see a salad in my entire life. Ugh, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
If we'd known the extent of the issue, we might not have taken Rory in.
I tried to tell you.
You did not.
I came here and I told you exactly what happened with Mitchum and you didn't want to hear it.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
The Huntsbergers told her she wasn't good enough and Mitchum told her she didn't have it. He what? Yes, and now she's dropped out of Yale, but between the 3 of us, we can knock some sense into her. Of course we'll help you. This is not happening. I'll call Charlie Davenport tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Just thank you. And scene. This is a really good sorbet.
I know, isn't it? Teresa made it herself.
Mango?
Passion fruit.
Delicious.
It certainly is. What are you thinking? Buying an airplane.
I didn't buy it. I looked at it.
Well, what were you doing looking at a plane?
I can look at a plane if I want to look at a plane. So I lead her over to the good table, smiling like we're the best friends in the world. And I tell her, Shira, you don't think Rory is good enough to be in your family? She is. We are just as good as you are. After all, you are nothing but a two-bit gold digger. And how you managed to bag Mitchum, I will never know.
You did not?
Oh, yes, she did.
I told her Mitchum still plays around.
Oh, no. Tell her exactly what you said.
What did I say?
About her weight going...
Oh, yes, I got it. I told her, Mitchum still plays around, you know. Well, of course, you know. That's why your weight goes up and down 30 pounds every 3 months.
Ruthless woman.
I bow to the foot of the master.
I only wished I'd remembered to call her a cocktail waitress.
Ooh, that's my mother's version of the C word.
You have no right to talk to Twinnie Halpern or anyone else in the DAR. That is my organization.
I'm not quitting.
Oh, yes, you are.
So, how's Luke?
He is a kid.
We were 16. We didn't want to get married.
When you get pregnant, you get married. A child needs a mother and a father.
Oh, my God.
Do you take any sort of physical education?
Not this semester.
But eventually you will take some sort of physical education.
I'm not sure.
But trust me, the minute she decides to run after a ball and take a public shower with 30 other girls, you are getting a call.
Well, thank you.
Dinner's ready.
Sarah, 1 minute, please. Yeah? I told you we eat dinner at 7. And right now it's 6:30. Therefore, one could conclude that maybe it's just a tad early for dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We walk to eat at 7.
But the food's ready now.
Okay, never mind. We'll eat. We're eating. Up. Let's go. It's fine. It's better. Then we can all be in bed by 9. Sit down.
Mom, tell us what is up right now.
What is up with what?
With you, with her, with you and her.
Well, she's new, Lorelai. She's only been here 3 days. She's still getting the hang of things. I think it's only fair to give the woman a chance. Why are you staring at me?
Mom, you've had maids deported who were better than her.
I have not.
Talk.
Your father made a crack the other day about my not being able to keep a maid. Of course, it's a gross exaggeration. Yes, I've had maids I haven't liked, but I've also had maids I've loved.
Name one.
Dea.
Who?
You remember she took you shopping once.
How old was I?
I don't know.
Guess.
4 or 5.
Mom, you haven't liked a maid since I was 4 or 5?
I have liked a maid. You asked me whom I've loved. I loved Dea.
And whatever happened to Dea?
Oh, how should I know? But I loved her.
Okay, so salad.
Thank you, Sarah.
Oops, big bell.
Sarah, the salad. Sarah. Pass the wine, Lorelai.
You want a straw with that?
You're enjoying this?
Well, yeah.
Laura, I need to talk to you.
Chris, what are you doing here?
You won't return my calls.
Did you do this?
I knew you'd be here.
I did not do this.
You gave me no choice.
After I told you to just stay out of it.
Lorelai, I did not do this.
You have to go.
I'm not going until you talk to me.
Christopher, Lorelai, come back here.
Why won't you call me back?
Hey, there couldn't be a worse time to have this conversation.
Really? Because it seems to be the only time to have this conversation.
Look, go home, okay? I promise I will talk to you tomorrow.
Well, sure, I believe that.
Hey, I've never lied to you. There's no reason to doubt my word.
Really, 45 unreturned phone calls isn't a reason?
No, it isn't.
You shutting me out like this is wrong.
I'm not discussing this with you here in my mother's house.
You don't get to dictate this. I need to talk to you. You won't call me back, and I did what I had to do. And I'm sorry. But after all we've been through, especially over these last few months, you shutting me out is wrong. And you know what hits me the hardest, Laura?
Apparently it isn't the door on your way out.
You keeping Rory from me.
What?
I never, ever thought you'd do that.
I'm not keeping Rory from you.
Oh, really? Then why hasn't she called me back, huh? I mean, no matter where you and I have been in our lives, my daughter has always called me back, until now.
Hey, listen to me.
I didn't call you back because I didn't want to. Me. Mom had nothing to do with it.
Okay, honey, calm down.
You promised me. You promised me at Suki's wedding that this was going to work, that you were going to be there. You promised me.
Honey, please understand.
No, I always understand, and I don't want to understand. I don't even really want to talk about this right now. I've got Mom. That's all I need. Go be somebody else's dad.
Don't say that.
I'm going upstairs. Call me when he's gone.
She did not get there by herself.
Hey, have you ever met your daughter? She could get anywhere by herself. She could get to the third dimension by herself. She was helping the crossing guard when she was 4.
I'm going to talk to her.
No, you're not. She wants to be alone and cool off. Respect that. I'll talk to her later.
You'll talk to her, great. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
You need to leave. Right now.
This isn't right. She needs her father.
I know she needs her father. I've been telling her she needs her father. But she feels like her father bailed on her and she's mad and hurt, and I can't change that in 3 minutes.
Do you think I like this situation?
Oh, God.
Do you? I mean, after what you and I had going and now...
Chris, do you remember why we're here right now? What event in your life caused this very pleasant moment we're sharing?
That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, what? Chris, man, what do you want from me?
I want to talk.
About what?
I don't know. I don't like how things are.
But that's how they are.
I didn't want things to turn out this way.
But they did turn out this way.
But I didn't want that.
Christopher, is Sherry still pregnant?
Of course she is.
Are you still with her?
Yes.
Are you gonna marry her?
Yes.
Then, honey, we are where we are. Accept it.
I can't.
Don't you understand that I can't talk to you because it hurts? Talking to you really hurts. Standing here right now is killing me, okay? Don't you understand that?
Christopher, I think you'd better go now.
Emily,
Leave now, please.
You know, you need a mask and a horse when you do that.
Something's burning.
So, Grandpa, how's the new boat?
It's a boat. It floats.
I hear it's beautiful. When are you gonna let me take her out?
Now, Logan, you don't have the best track record when it comes to boats.
Only other people's boats. Our boats are very safe.
We should do a summer trip. Maybe hit the Amalfi Coast again? All of us. Rory, Josh, you, me.
Dad.
Maria!
Yes, sir.
It's too hot. Bring me a salad.
I'll be right back.
What?
Mom's a stress smoker.
I don't understand why everyone's so upset. Josh seems fine.
Oh, the Huntsbergers aren't interested in fine.
Shira!
Yes, Dad?
What time did Mitchum say he'd be here?
I don't know. He didn't say.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Please, Dad.
We're all just going to sit around this table and pretend there's nothing going on?
Let's just wait for Mitchum.
There are serious matters to be discussed here. This is an important family. Marrying into it is important business. But no, we can't discuss this until Mitchum gets here. What is this? Go away.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to jump in here. Grandpa, we all respect you and Mom and Dad, but the bottom line here is Honor has to be happy. Now, if she loves Josh, then...
Logan, I appreciate you defending me, but I can take it from here. Mom, Grandpa, I had hoped that you would be happy for me, but obviously that's not going to happen. You didn't even let me announce it to you before you formed your opinion, and I'm sorry you feel the way you do, but Josh and I made it official last week. We are engaged now, and no matter what you say, we are going to get married in June.
Well, of course you're going to get married. You've been dating for 3 years, and I already put a hold on the Japanese tea garden for next spring.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Thank you.
So we should celebrate then.
We'll celebrate when we've finished our discussion.
Which discussion?
The discussion about unsuitable people marrying into this family.
What? I'll be right back.
You should know better than this, Logan. I know you like to joke around and tease us, but I always thought at the end of the day, you understood what your responsibilities to this family were.
Mom, I suggest you come back in here right now.
Logan, you just haven't thought about this. I mean, I'm sure Rory understands. She wants to work. Isn't that right, Rory? Emily's always talking about you wanting to be a reporter and travel around doing this and that. A girl like Rory has no idea what it takes to be in this family, Logan.
Oh, my God.
She wasn't raised that way. She wasn't bred for it. And this isn't at all about her mother. It's just you come from 2 totally different worlds.
It would never work. Not for you, and certainly not for us.
Okay, this conversation is going to end right now. I am not going to sit
You
here
are going to be taking over this company. That's what you are going to be doing. And when you do, you're going to need the right kind of person at your side. This isn't college, Logan.
And whatever happened to that Fallon girl? I loved her. Do you talk anymore?
No, we don't talk. We never talked. You talked.
Oh, what a shame. I just loved her.
Okay, let's go.
Logan, you have to understand. You bring this girl home without any warning at all, and Honor tells us you're calling her your girlfriend. We have to take that seriously. Logan, come back here.
I don't understand.
You're psychotic. What more is there to understand?
But But why don't they think I'm good enough?
Rory.
I mean, I'm a Gilmore. Do they know that? My ancestors came over on the Mayflower.
Don't try and analyze it. There's no rhyme or reason.
I had a coming out party. I went to Chilton and Yale, and why are they okay with Josh? I mean, he doesn't even say anything. At least I noticed to Velasquez.
Josh isn't marrying the heir of the Huntsberger fortune. You are. I gotta get out of here.
Logan! Perfect. Did they start dinner? And is it some sort of precious fish dish? Because I'm dying for a steak. You're Rory, I assume. Heard a lot about you.
We're leaving.
What? Why?
You know why.
Had a long day, Logan. Don't want to play games. Is dinner over?
No. The Huntsberger family Shanghai is over. Dinner, however, is still going on.
Oh, okay. What happened? I don't know. Why is your mother smoking?
We have to go. I'm sure they'll fill you in on everything.
It was nice to meet you.
So, okay if I just drop you here?
Drop me here?
Yeah, lights are on. Paris is home. I've had about all the crazy I can for one evening.
Okay, sure. You know, we don't have to go in. We can go get something to eat.
I'm not hungry.
Okay.
I just want to walk a little, clear my head.
Okay.
I'll call you later.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
So, Lorelai, I take it that Christopher is still out of town?
He couldn't make it tonight.
Oh, that's too bad.
That man has been traveling quite a lot lately.
Oh, yeah? I guess.
Well, I hope he'll be around for the party your mother's planning. I know I'm looking forward to it. It's my only hope for eating a decent meal in the foreseeable future. Your mother is planning to serve Cornish game hens. Is that still the plan, Emily?
Yes, I've even spoken to the caterer about preparing a special skinless hen for you.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Don't get angry, Richard. It's your doctor's orders, not mine.
You know what? I'm full.
Richard. Richard! The idea that two grown men hitting a tiny ball with metal sticks is the equivalent of Hamlet? Ridiculous. But can I say anything? No, because I can't agitate him.
It is ridiculous. Golf is really more like Richard III. You know, they're all hunched over.
I'm going to go get him.
It sounds like Grandma's going full steam ahead with this whole party planning thing.
I know.
She's going to kill 400 Cornish game hens, probably with her own bare hands.
Your grandfather just had a heart attack. Your grandmother is not drinking. This isn't exactly the ideal time to tell them their one and only daughter's marriage is over.
I know.
I don't know what she'll do. She's gone bananas. I mean, for all I know, she'll throw a Molotov mocktail at me.
I know, but only you can save the Cornish game hens. Save the Cornish game hens.
Just because your father can't drink doesn't mean the rest of us should suffer. Cheers. Ah, that's better.
Mom, Christopher and I split up.
Okay. I hardly know what to say.
Really? That's great. You don't have to say anything at all, now or ever.
What's a windmill park?
It looks like Dad owns a couple of windmills in Palm Springs.
We own windmills?
Well, they're energy generators.
I had no idea we owned windmills. And if I want the hidden account bar, I double-click that arrow thing up there on the left.
Exactly.
I don't know how I'm gonna do all this.
Mom, what are you talking about? You just click, click, clicked. You got it all down.
Now, but I barely understand what you've been telling me. This is your father's job.
I know, Mom. You gotta give the guy a break, you know? He's not gonna watch TV in the bedroom forever.
No. No, he's not.
Oh, my God. I don't mean he's gonna die.
Well, what are you telling me? That he's going to live forever? That he's immortal? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm just saying, with time, you know.
It's like a canoe.
What's like a canoe?
Life.
Okay.
You're just paddling along in a canoe.
Mother, have you ever been in a canoe?
Lorelai.
Well, I just can't picture you in a canoe.
Your father and I have been paddling a canoe together for years, only now he's dropped the paddle.
Ah.
He just dropped it. Not only that, but now the canoe is going in circles.
Ah.
Without your father there, I'm paddling on my side, and the canoe is spinning in circles. And the harder I paddle, the faster it spins. And it's hard work, and I'm getting tired.
Dizzy, I would think.
You are in a kayak. You know how to do all of this.
How does it put me in a kayak?
Kayaks have paddles with things on both ends. You steer it by yourself.
Mom, you know how to do things by yourself. You are totally capable.
Sure, I went to Smith and I was a history major, but I never had any plans to be an historian. I was always going to be a wife. I mean, the way I saw it, a woman's job was to run a home, organize the social life of a family, and bolster her husband while he earned a living. It was a good system, and it was working very well all these years. Only when your husband isn't there because he's watching television in a dressing gown, you realize how dependent you are. I didn't even know I owned windmills.
Mom, now you know, and you know how to right-click.
But you provide for yourself. You're not dependent on anyone. You're independent.
I am kayak, hear me roar.
I mean, look at you. For all these years, you've done very well without a husband.
Maybe so, but I still wanted it to work out.
You know, the way I was raised, if a married couple split up, it was a disaster because it meant the system had fallen apart. And it was particularly bad for the woman because she had to go out and find herself another rich husband, only she was older now. But with you, it's not such a disaster, is it?
Guess not.
I mean, it's really not such a horrible thing that you're going to get a divorce. Not really. Oh, you're going to be fine.
Thanks, Mom.
You may even marry someone else someday. Who knows?